Hey team, hope you are doing very well this week. Here is just a weekly roundup of some of the topics that I would like you to kind of focus on this week and maybe kind of answer a few of the questions that we've kind of been hearing people kind of struggle with. So first thing first is to get into a little bit about macros. Now, on the accountability, you're asking to track your macros and your calories and maybe kind of have a bit of understanding of what you're currently eating. Now, this is one of the most crucial things that you can do, is what we call building your baseline. Now, building your baseline basically means understanding how much you're currently eating or how much you are required to eat to function at a good level. Now, a lot of people don't understand or don't have an understanding of how much they're eating, or it's very, very sporadic. Now, consistency is a crucial element for making progress. So what I want people to be thinking about doing is to get an understanding of what they're currently eating on a day-to-day basis or on a weekly basis. Now, understanding this allows us to be able to make choices and make changes, small changes, to bring us in line with the targets that we've been set. So whether you use our macronutrient calculator, or whether you calculate it yourself, or you have a coach telling you what to do, tracking 1 or 2 days a week will then allow you to see where you are away from your targets. Now, the key element that I want people to be focusing on is you need to track everything. And that means like olive oil, that means alcohol, that means the milk and sugar in your tea. Do this for 1 or 2 days only. You don't need to be thinking about like, oh, I kind of track like a few elements like Monday and then a couple of, a dinner on Wednesday. And then all of a sudden that doesn't give you an overall picture. So I want you to track everything, and then you can make some small changes and see where you need to make some real structure changes. Now, saying that, we want to understand how much we're eating and how much we should be eating, because I think we still need to be focusing on fueling our exercise. Now, hopefully we're in a good routine now with our training at home. And one of the topics that I've been discussing a little bit recently is, are you burning more calories in your home workouts than you maybe would in some sessions at the gym? Now, I know this goes against a little bit of what people are saying, that, you're not burning as many calories because we're not hitting the intensity, blah, blah, blah. But I actually think that sometimes we are burning more or consistently burning more across the week. Now, the reason for this is because often CrossFit is very much skill. Your skill level dictates how much you're going to burn in that session. Let me use an example. Snatches and muscle ups. So if you're going to do this and you haven't got those movements, or you haven't got the mobility or the depth on your snatch or whatever, then that workout is going to be basically 40 minutes of warming up and doing kip swings and power snatches with a lightweight. And then the workout's only very, very short. Now, if you were to say, well, I'm going to do a 35-minute EMOM of squat jumps, jumping lunges, press ups, sit ups, and chair dips. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of compound muscles being used there, compound exercises. So the caloric burn in that session is going to be higher than you thinking that you've done a high intense workout by doing a very short workout at a higher skill. So now we're doing these workouts more often, which are a little bit lower skill, which means that we can do them more intensely. So I just think that sometimes we are not we are maybe burning a few more calories than we think. So now that you should be tracking your macros and have an understanding, you can start to kind of be aware of how you're feeling in your workouts and make some adjustments. And don't be scared to eat a little bit more, even if we're working out at home. Now, the next point I wanted to touch on is just to kind of direct you onto our social media or onto YouTube, is the thing about abstaining or being a moderator. Now, this is a topic I've written about in my newsletters a couple of times. And once you identify which one you are, it really, really helps you to set your physical environment up. So I would definitely ask you to check out this video, very short, or head over to our Instagram and you can just kind of pop it on the IGTV. Once you understand it, makes it super easy to be able to set your nutrition plan up at home, your environment at home, so you can make it easier for you to stick to your plan. Now, the last point I want to leave you with is snacking. Now, one of the things that I wanted to put out onto social media is Liam. People always say to me, Liam, I'm always get the drop in energy at 4:30, or I always feel like I crave something at 4:30 or 5 o'clock or 3:30, whatever it is. So I always say to them, okay, eat a snack half an hour before. And they look at me and they go, but I'm not hungry then. And I go, yeah, I know. Is going to make you're much more likely to make a better choice half an hour before. And you know that consistently you're going to be hungry in 20, 30 minutes. So let's be proactive. Let's put a snack in before that we know that we're going to either get a drop in blood sugar levels and our hunger signals are going to take over, and we're just going to grab something that's highly palatable, maybe, not the best for us. Whereas if we plan it in and we structure that snack, that's going to make the difference. This is a technique that we use with our clients, and we have some amazing feedback on this. So I would ask you to be thinking about being proactive if you consistently have the same pattern of having a drop in energy or having cravings, or you're always reaching for a poor snack at a specific time. So hope this helps, team. As always, reach out to myself and Tom if you need any further advice. Check out the links that I've suggested in here, and I'll talk to you very soon.